So No Rest for the Wicked has implemented its biggest patch thus far, including tons of quality of life features and improved inventory slots across the board on all storage items, new armors, and a brand new housing location, tons of balance changes, and much more. We got a lot to cover in this one, so let's begin. What is up everybody, welcome back to Fervor Gaming, where you can stay up to date on the latest in gaming. This includes news, builds, and guides just like you see in today's video. If you like the content you see here today and want to help the channel out, drop me a like to get this video out to other gaming fans, but if it wasn't for you, change it to a dislike. So jumping right into this one, just keep in mind the full update patch notes will be down in the description, as well as timestamps for those of you who want to skip ahead, but the patch notes reads, celebrating our 2-week launch anniversary of No Rest for the Wicked, we are releasing our first early access patch. This patch brings significant CPU and GPU performance improvements, especially when it comes to traversal and heavy areas, keyboard control remapping, a new mouse and keyboard control scheme, increased inventory stacks, chest inventory access at vendors / crafting, bows using stamina, earlier housing access, quality of life, and 45 plus bug features. With all of the performance improvements since launch, we are updating our recommended PC specs. See the second image for details. As always, thank you for sharing your feedback. Please keep it up. So yeah, we have a mountain of changes coming to No Rest for the Wicked. I'm actually genuinely surprised that they went with the bow using stamina. But yeah, a lot of great changes. Inventory being able to be used from a distance. This looks like a loaded patch. Let's go over it. So starting off with performance, arguably one of the most important things to get fixed. We have optimized prolonged outro, ship attack, Alien Armada, and the Sacrament intro cinematics. Mountain Pass gate area optimized. Significant optimization to content loading and unloading in order to reduce drop frames and improve baseline performance while traversing through environments. Improved performance for ice and frost enhancements and combat effects. That one was actually really getting to me. You'll probably notice it in the footage. Optimize enemies, making them faster to instantiate across the board. Improve GPU visibility, culling, and general handling of off-screen content. Optimize microphysics objects across the entire game. Various cumulative improvements to baseline CPU performance. Fix various cases where internal errors were firing rapidly and consistently, leading to potential performance degradation. Added preloading for frequently used objects to further reduce performance drops during gameplay. Additional time slicing system for stream performance improvements. Optimization of the pooling system to further reduce performance spikes. Optimize vast amounts of meshes and textures. Optimize numerous visual effects. Optimize pre-placed and dynamic enemy ragdolls. Those are so funny. Optimize character rendering across the board. Rendering performance optimization for better GPU performance across the board. Cleaned up and archived duplicate content for decreased memory usage. And clean up legacy content in all areas across the game to reduce memory usage. So a lot of huge improvements across the board on performance. The main thing that kind of stuck out to me was some of the base zones. The Mountain Pass gate is one place that is always bad for my PC, as well as just generally using ice skills. I think Screen Shake actually exaggerate that quite a bit, but a lot of great optimization, performance upgrades. This game should be running really well. And again, I'll show you the the image of the requirements now, which I expect it to be much lower compared to what it was before. So really nice. Moving on to quality of life, we have vendors and crafting tables. Refineries can now access resources directly from the storage. This is a massive one. This is objectively the biggest one that a lot of players want. Just being able to just go do things and craft them. It's going to be nice. So this is nice. I'm going to be storing up every single house I can and filling it up with loot as much as possible. This is really massive. Housing is now available sooner, right after completing the Sacrament quest instead of after completing the Rats and Raiders quest. I thought this was a really interesting thing that they did, because like of Rats and Raiders is actually fairly close to the end of where we have, I would say about the middle point of like where you're at in terms of like the story of what we have currently. I'm glad that we can just straight up buy it. So this is really nice. Updated sorting for inventory to all of these categories. They have it for gear, food, combat, consumables, resources, and realms. I'm not going to read them all, but this has been updated. Last equipped food / quick items will be safe when leaving and rejoining the realm. Deprioritize ingredients being the next auto selected food when the last currently selected food is eaten. That's actually really nice. I'm tired of tomatoes going into my inventory when I have like full-fledged meals. Cinematic skip prompt will appear upon pressing the button instead of of holding it. Okay, that's nice. And improve legibility of some controller icons on the Steam Deck. So Steam Deck got an improvement. Yay. I know some of you guys were talking about playing on the Steam Deck, so more improvements. Really nice. The quality of life improvements are massive. Being able to buy your home early is one of the things I thought about as I was like doing the quest. Vendors and crafting tables and refineries being able to pull from your storage is the best quality of life change I think thus far. So this is insane, really good quality of life changes. Next we have settings, added custom key bindings option for keyboards, controller key binding coming soon, so nothing for controller yet. So I figured when I talked about it yesterday, I wasn't sure if it was both or one or the other, so it was one or the other. Menu keys rebinding currently not available, and then added an additional mouse and WASD keyboard controller layout. So unfortunately, we won't be able to rebind the controller just yet. I feel like controller is in a good spot, but I do think mouse and keyboard definitely needed it first. They should be first priority in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sure we're going to get ours, at least for us controller players, one very soon. Content additions. Now this one's interesting. We got a new house, The Knot, for purchase near Sacrament Cemetery for 8 silver. That is a great location. I don't know exactly where that's at. I'll try to show it on screen, but this is right next to, or at least fairly close to the Crucible, which is going to be the great house for you to do your dumping from the Crucible to it. So really nice. They added a new tier 3 armor set called the False Ones, False Guardian, False Harbinger, the False Oath Keeper, and the False Remnant. New character animations to main menu and customization scenes. Interesting. So new armor set. I gotta pick this up and show you guys it whenever I get a chance. Looks pretty dope. And then now we have some looting changes. So let's go over the loot changes. Increase the number of all slots of all chests and cupboards. Okay, so all the chests are getting massive increases from what I can tell. Engraved heart side chests raised from 35 to 40, pretty good. Medium chests raised from 20 to 30, that's doubled. Small from 10 to 20. Large and large noble cupboard raised from 30 to 40. Medium and medium noble raised from 20 to 30. Small cupboards and small noble raised from 10 to 20. Moving on, nerf focus grant on all focus vials. So everything you can drink is been nerfed. That's actually completely fine in my opinion. Large focus vial decreased from 300 to 150. Medium decreased from 200 to 100. And small decreased from 100 to 50. Now the thing is, I know some people may not like this, but the reality is most people who are drinking focus potions are gonna have like percent increase, focus gains type stuff for it. And to be quite frank, I mean, like one kind of just holds me over through like pretty much every crucible, every small one. So I think for balance, this is not bad. Cupboards can now also store ingredients. No, they're going to start storing ingredients. I'd rather have my ingredients in my chest. Increase armor and weapon charge stack size to 25. Okay, I think it's 20 currently. Increase buy and sell value of all tools and rings at vendors. That's nice. Remove refined resources from vendors. No! They remove refined resources. Oh boy, that's a big, massive nerf. That's gonna make things so much harder for being able to like upgrade your gear. If you're not sure what I'm referring to, I'm talking about like iron ingots and silver ingots, things like that are already pre-refined. Those things are pretty hard to get, especially silver. Silver's super hard to get. I may go buy a stack of 100 of those before I patch my game. That's a big nerf in my opinion. Moving on to balance, and this is probably one of the biggest parts of this. Attacking with bows now costs stamina instead of focus. I hope we can respec now. I built very heavy into focus for this specifically, so my build would be bricked if we can't respec it. Rebalance enemy levels in the Nameless Pass. If neither of Rats and Raiders or Remnant Servant of the Gods quests were completed, entry of Nameless Pass is only 8, and the rest of Nameless Pass is level 15. If only of Rats and Raiders quest was completed, all of Nameless Pass is 15, and if both of Rats and Raiders and Servant of God quest was completed, entry of Nameless Pass is level 15, and the rest of it is 20. So basically, depending on if you go there first, because I believe Ziostorm had a problem where he went to a Nameless Pass really early, and he got his ass kicked because the zone was like much higher than what he thought it would be. So it looks like depending on what you do in the game, they're gonna make Nameless Pass like scale with it, which is really nice. Nerf attribute scaling on all staves. Nerf focus gain for a focus on damage dealt enchantment. Ooh. Nerf health gain for health on damage dealt enchantment, and increase focus cost on elemental throw rune to 75. I'm expecting more stacking things to be nerfed in the future as well, so that players are a little bit more forced to do more well-rounded builds. I'm not sure how I feel about this nerf. I do feel like it's relatively hard to get these. I wouldn't say hard, at least for the casual player, it may be a little hard to get these. But with that said, these are like the most sought out like enchantments on a piece of gear. I think if they added some damage affixes, this would like help a lot, so players are not so interested in only getting these 2 affixes. But yeah, I kind of expected this to happen, so it is what it is. Next we have enemies and bosses. Nerf damage for grab attacks on the Revan twins and the Neath Brute. Yes, that thing absolutely kills you. It is ridiculous how much damage that does. Great balance change. Updated timings for Berserk archetype and slightly changed behavior. So now after some of their attacks, they will try to land additional attack. What is the Berserker, the Breaker archetype? Sorry, not Berserker. Is that the Axe guy? That guy who does the Axe is crazy. He does like the push into hit. Like he's like super poised through it. That guy needs a nerf. If any mob needs a nerf, it's just that guy. He's like OP. Anyway, updated the Risen Armored Great Axe Patrol animation. Polished backstab animation on Nith Screamers and Shackled Brutes. Polished jump attack animation for Plague Boomer, and polished heavy combo attack on Risen Axe Bruiser. That Risen Axe Bruiser is crazy. Next, we have NPCs. Polished multiple NPCs portraits. They look better. Nice. Housing the Ruse house price reduction from 20 silver to 14 silver. So it should be easier for players to get a medium, what I perceive to be the medium house, a little bit easier. For the area, we improve collision, faders, and set dressing in Mariner's Keep, Orbing Glades, and the Black Trench, Nameless Pass, Sacrament, Serum Crucible, and Potion Seller's Cave. Improve lighting and volumetric for the ships in the prologue. Improve lighting in the interior of White Shack's building. Updated modules and textures for pipes in the Black Trench, and remove Sidle from multiple locations where it was not needed. This is where you just like stand against a wall, for those who are not familiar. For audio, updated ambience at Serum Gate, updated audio for Sacrament Cemetery, updated audio zone for Sacrament Slums to include the river, so bigger zone of that specific music. Improve audio for Lanterns in Sacrament, improve female bandit voices, and polished Nameless Pass prisoner audio. Bounties and challenges. Plagueeater for the duo bruiser bounty now drops when the second bruiser is killed instead of giving it for the bounty reward. That's really nice. I was actually farming that right before I started this video because I figured they may like change that or nerf some things about it. So I wanted to stack up on Plagueeater, but I'm glad to see that they're not removing it as of yet. But yeah, nice. It'd be easier to farm this and just immediately leave now. Really good. Should actually improve my Icar farm video now. Tutorialization. I've never seen that word before. Large sidebar tutorial screen increased in size. Now adjusts with based on content with added scroll bars. Localization. Added an updated localization text in many places across multiple languages. Added support for multiple missing localized elements. Fixed text overlap for tutorials in multiple language. And fix Russia font sizing. Finally, we're going to be finishing strong with bug fixes, and this one is a lot of bug fixes, so stick with me on this one. Bug fixes. Fix exploit where after removing a furnace or tanning rack, all resources used to refine are returned. Ooh, cheeky bug. Fix enemies T-posing when leaving camera view and coming back. That happens so much to me. Fix Damo stealing resources and putting them towards other upgrades. Is that what he did? Animal. Well, glad that they fixed it. Fix being unable to achieve a new bounty while there is an existing completed unclaimed bounty. Fix wrong prompts used for abandoning and replacing bounties and challenges. Fix attribute requirements on the Ripper, the Tongue Splitter, the Coral Piercer, the Falstad Fury, and the Brutish Crucial Weapon. Fix hitboxes on the Plague Boomer Worm lunge attack being too big. Fix players not getting rested bonus when sleeping in bed. Literally no rest for the wicked. Fix old leather tome quest item failing to be added to the inventory. Item is now a realm key item. I think someone in my comment section was having a problem with the tome. I think this is for the lady inside the crucible. I could be wrong, but I think someone was having a problem with this. Fix characters avatar still showing the last worn helmet. Fix spots inside the ship in the prologue where you can dodge through collision and get stuck. That happened to me actually. Fix broken ladders in the Orbing Glades. Fix focus regeneration enchantment to regen correctly. Oh, we got it, boys. We can go focus regeneration now. Finally, that's actually really nice. Fixed Plague Boomer hitboxes. Fixed Plague Rat's ability to see and react to players. Fixed Cage Exile being unable to pass towards players correctly. Fixed Health on damage dealt enchantment on Wind of Death Katana. Okay, so this is actually one of the builds I've been working on for a very long time, but it does so much more damage than it needs to do. This is massive. I'll be able to get that build video out within the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. Fixed Arrow visually hitting players despite successfully dodging them. Fixed Firebomb explosion radius not matching visual effect. Fixed Kill challenge that require a specific weapon type counting non-weapon kills such as explosion, falls, parries, blocks, etc. Fixed Character Rim Light using incorrect color and intensity indoors. Fixed Drop items bag black artifacts. I don't know what that means. Fixed Radigan appearing in Nameless Pass when he shouldn't. Fixed Finley getting targeted by enemies. Fixed parts of Heavy Bruiser Bandit armor set pants being invisible. Fixed Chest trying to hide in the ground in the Nameless Pass. Yeah, this happens a lot. Same with that in the Orban Glades. Fixed marker sub labels on the map showing unmarkers that doesn't have a sub label. Fixed being able to see out of the world at Fillmore level 3 area. Yeah, that happens a lot. Fixed missing characters lighting in Gordon's interior. Fixed interior candles not applying light. Oh, okay, that's a bug. I thought that like you could turn those on and off. Like I bought so many candles that just been sitting in my bank. I'm glad to see that they fixed that. Fixed burning cells clipping in Risen attack cinematics in the prologue. Fixed sky cutting out in the ship crash cinematics in the prologue. Fixed the fallen ones overlapping their own voice actor. Fixed return rune audio loop not ending. That sounds annoying. Fixed dancing flowers outside of the Carolyn's Inn. Fixed rain audio appearing in Serum Crucible in the war room. Fixed wrenched and Crestfall Archer tunic clipping into the character. Nice. Fixed broken rigging on the noble leather cloak. Fixed the Revan's twin intro cinematics using cut to back to black instead of fading. Fixed rusty skewer straight sword using the blood ragged straight sword icon. Fixed the missing icon for collect mushroom soup challenge. Fixed typo inequipable for inventory tutorials. Reduce location where Carolyn spawns to just 1 for before Inquisition arrival and 1 for after. Weirdly worded sentence. Remove duplicate lanterns and torches in Sacrament, and fix small textures and artifacts on cloth in the Phalian Church cinematic. And that is the full first patch in No Rest for the Wicked. A massive patch, I have to say. So many changes, so many buffs, some sizable nerfs. I like to point out that nerf is pretty bad, but the one thing that did not come in this patch that is killing me right now is that there's no respec in this patch. That's kind of crazy. The patch is great, don't get me wrong. I'm a massive fan of the patch and I think this actually fixed a lot of issues in the game. Being able to buy your house earlier, a lot of the improvements on like visual stuff is super nice. A lot of the bug fixes is like insane. I can actually make that build now, my low life build that you're going to see in a couple of days. A lot of changes that are really positive. I wish they had just increased the cost for the refined materials. I think that would have been better than just straight up removing them, because silver is a pain in the ass. And then the respec not being here is actually pretty big. I really was looking forward to respec. Respec is actually one of the biggest priorities in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this patch update, all the changes. I really like to know what you guys thoughts on not having the ability to respec, and as well as the changes coming to like the not being able to like buy the refined items. But yeah, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the patch. Once again, don't forget to like as well as subscribe to the channel. Check out the official Discord. They're really nice in there. They're always talking to us and, you know, updating us. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon.